I will never in my life do this again. Ever. Unless I catch a bunch of fish. You know, every once in a while I'll get myself into a situation while fishing that's less than ideal. Mostly because I'm too stubborn to realize, hey, maybe this isn't such a great idea after all. Lucky for y'all, now that I record everything, you all get to witness it in 4K quality. Last night was one of those situations. It wasn't the worst, it probably wasn't even top 10, but it was definitely up there. So stay tuned if you want to see just how far I'll go to catch a fish. Welcome back, y'all. Tonight I'm headed out to that spot where Jacob and I went and tried to catch crappie, and then I just ended up fishing with a beetle spin and it got all muddy and I caught that big old gaspergoo and a couple gar. So I think there might be some big blue cats in there. It's pretty deep, 15, 16 feet if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna get in there tonight. We're gonna fish all night with some big cut bait, and I'll show y'all what bait I'm using once I'm out there. And we'll see what happens. I'll see y'all when I'm out at the ramp. Okay, y'all, I'm out at the boat ramp and I have two concerns. The first concern is on the way in, the sign said no overnight parking. It was real small text, still said it. I can just say, oh, I didn't see that. Or I can say, heck, officer, I got here at 11:28. I'm leaving at 5 a.m. Technically, it wasn't overnight, right? My second concern is that the river is really, really flowing. I looked up the flow before I came and it wasn't that bad, but I guess they're starting to let water out. So I'm just gonna get out there and see if I can battle the current, get upstream, and hopefully I see y'all in the water here in a few minutes. All right, y'all, I'm all set up. The current is really moving. Look at those little bait fish down in there. But you can really see it rolling there. So I've got my front lights there, my back light there, my depth finder's on night mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and launch and get to it. It took some effort to get away from the boat ramp. The current was really, really strong right there. And once I got away from it, I figured, hey, you know, I'm in the home stretch now. It's gonna be nice and easy from here. I'll just paddle on up to that deep spot. I could not have been more wrong. Ooh, I'm dragging on the bottom. It's only a foot deep here. I had to go about 200 yards in big, major current, y'all. Holy crap. I'm gonna paddle on back and get to fishing. I'm talking about major current, y'all. I was moving like a foot every second for about 200 yards, so I was at it for quite a while. But once I rounded that turn into that little cove, I figured, hey, it's all done now. It's nice and easy. Just get back in that lake and catch some fish. But then my spirits were completely crushed. It appears they've blocked me off. I drove all the freaking way out here to get blocked off. It appears over the last week or so they decided, hey, we don't want anyone back here anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and block it off with a 15-foot tall pile of rubble. That'll keep any sane person out, right? Yeah, they're probably right. But I'm Chase Brown, and I go to great lengths and do really stupid things just to catch fish, especially when I climb to the top and look down and see hundreds of gar and carp and buffalo. I think, hey, where there's tons of gar and carp and buffalo, there's gotta be tons of catfish, right? I should have turned around when I saw the no parking overnight sign or the current, or even when I saw the big hill I had to climb. But no, I just insisted on hauling my 150-pound kayak and all my gear up and over at 2 in the morning. The whole time thinking, what is wrong with me? Thank goodness I brought pants, not shorts. Okay, I got all the stuff down here. I will never in my life do this again. Ever. Unless I catch a bunch of fish. Spoiler alert, I caught one fish. Maybe 6 or 7 pounds. Alright, let's get to it. That light right there is really bright. I literally cannot see anything. I was testing out a new light system, hoping to get enough light for my main camera to pick me up, and it worked really well. The issue was just that I could not see anything in front of me. I paddled another half mile or so, set up my rods, and got to fishing. Alright, y'all. I'm set up. I've got a rod right here, basically on the bottom. This one's about 4 or so feet up off the bottom. And then I got a float out there, but I think my bobber sank. So if I start catching fish, I'll turn that camera on. But if not, it's going to be phone and the GoPro. So I will see y'all if I hook a fish. If not, I'll see you in about 6 hours. We got a fish. Oh. Just a little one. This channel cat was that awkward size where he was a little bit too big for me to just grab him by the body and hoist him into the boat, and he was a little bit too small for me to be able to get my thumb in his mouth with my glove on. I probably could have got my bare thumb in his mouth, but the issue with that is you see how he's spinning right there? They've got teeth, and it will shred your hand up. Trust me, I've done it. Not a big fan. Oh, there he goes. Hook fell out. Could not get my finger in his mouth. He just kept spinning. All right, well, back to fishing. It's actually a myth that fishing for catfish at night is better than during the day. Your hot times are sunrise, sunset, moonrise, and moonset. The reason I fish at night is mostly just to avoid the sun, but the issue with that is it's darker, so when conditions go downhill, things get pretty precarious pretty fast. Alrighty y'all, it is 3 a.m. on the dot. I've only got one fish in the boat so far. I mean, that counts. I'm counting that as in the boat. I didn't do all this work for that not to count. But I'm just gonna keep on fishing and hope for the best. And I'll see y'all at 4. I'll check in an hour. It's 4:05 and I haven't caught a fish in a while, so see you at 5. All right, y'all, I've been seeing lightning, like right there, but I've been checking the weather, and the weather's been saying no rain all night, and I kept checking it over and over again, and I just checked it again, and it says 80% chance of thunderstorms here in about an hour. And that's coming a lot closer, a lot quicker. So I'm booking it back to the truck because I still have to carry this thing up and over that big berm up here. And I gotta get all the way back down to the truck, and then I gotta load it up. So boogieing on back. Gotta make sure I put that camera in the dry area. If you couldn't hear that because of the wind, basically the gist of it was it's about to start storming on me. So I had to pack everything up and start paddling back to the truck. Still had to climb that hill. Well, not even over, and the rain's already starting on me, so that sucks. I don't know if I'm, oh wow. Great. Here's where I caught that Gasper goo. Right there. When stuff like this happens, there's no point in getting all upset about it. Yeah, it sucks, but it's the situation you're in. You're not going to be able to change it, so you better just deal with it. I paddled on back to the truck, went straight home, did not record any more footage, hopped in the shower, collapsed in my bed, and here I am. So now the question is, would I do it again? Yeah, I'd probably do it again.